Alright, here we are back at Rimworld. This time I have the Biotech DLC added, and we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to be playing your classic crash landed survivors. Um, I believe Cassandra, whoever the default storyteller is, kind of in the mid range, maybe adventure mode, because this is my first time playing with the Biotech DLC. You know, we've played Losing is Fun a bunch of times with Randy Random, but I want to see what's involved with the DLC. So I want to be able to explore some of the, more mid or late game stuff. And it's been a little bit since we've been in Rimworld. So what do we have going on here? We've got to build all of our things, allow all of our things, done forbid. Let's figure out where we want to build. We know we want some fertile ground somewhere, which here's a little patch of rich soil. There's some rich soil on the edge. Here's some rich soil up here. We've got a lot of mud and wet areas, which we could probably convert. All of our rich soil is on the edge of the map, which I don't particularly like, but looks like this section is maybe a little bit more manageable. We have some machine bits, huh? Exo Strider midsection. I'm not sure I saw this stuff in the base game, the vanilla game. You know, you'd see this kind of stuff, a ship chunk, but this looks very specific. So already there's a little bit of this. Right, so let's come down here. I think I want to build down here. Make this my little farm area. In fact, while we're defining our zones, let's go ahead and create a growing zone for it. Let's go ahead and do something like that. And make it rice. And then we're going to want a place for, well, we're going to want a bunkhouse for one. So we're in a planning stage right now. In case you're wondering why I just have the game paused while I kind of figure all that out. We'll claim this stuff. We'll turn this into a barracks for now. And then we'll need a little storage spot, which we could... let's take a look at this floor here. Rough granite, rough marble, rough granite wall. Let's go ahead and put our butcher spot right here. Outdoors, bad temperature. Yeah, I know. We'll fix that later. And then I guess we'll have to... I think we're really just looking at shelter and storage, stockpiling for right now. And some security maybe. So let's go ahead and we'll figure out, I will close this structure up. And we'll add a door here. This will be our little barracks for now. We could probably deconstruct that. And we'll add some floors where there's not already. So to repair this, I'll probably want some sandstone. I do want to clear some of the trees around the area. We will have to, another thing we'll have to do here is assign everybody their priorities based on their skills. And let's make sure we're getting medicine, at least a little bit to start with. Maybe some berries. None of these are, there's some that's ready to harvest. But there's still some growth that needs to be done. Just even a couple is is good to have. And we have to make a stockpile zone. So let's go ahead and let's put that inside of a building. So let's extend this. Let's actually do that. How big is this? 5 interior. We'll do something like that for now. This could all change. I mean, eventually we don't even want wooden doors here either. Or floors. You know, I've had so many places burned down. So that's our plan with our... Let's build an indoor... Let's have an indoor stockpile. Stockpile zone 1, and let's make sure that we don't put anything that we don't want in there. Image impact, that's pretty new. That's pretty new, I believe. Buildings manufactured. Let's get rid of... No, it's actually raw resources. We can get rid of stone blocks, get in there, or steel or uranium wood, I believe. And then we'll build one on the outside. Or we can just sort of have all that stuff. And we'll put that a little bit further up here. Maybe we'll eventually get that also indoors. So let's clear all this stuff, and then this is going to be all of our chunks. And let's take a look at our wood, uranium, steel, and our stone blocks. So that should be good for now. And what else do we need here? We need to establish our priorities. Okay, everybody's on firefighting duty. Everybody needs to be a patient when they have to be a patient. Obviously, Frankie's the doctor. But everybody kind of has to be ready to do it. Bed rest. Childcare, that's new. That's new. So this is social skills. I guess we're looking at Frankie. And we'll leave these two at 3. The basics. Yeah, we want everybody doing that. Boy, Frankie's got the brunt of it all right now. Will not do. Oh, that's just because. Okay, handling. Incapable. Not good at it. Ooh. Now we can start giving somebody else tasks. Okay. He's cooking slightly lower, but he has passion, so they're going to be higher priority. Hunting. 10. Okay. Let's make sure we get the best people on the best tasks. That's a combination of their skill level and their passion. 3, 4 with passion, 5 without passion. I kind of want everybody constructing at this stage, though, to a degree. I mean, ooh, we don't have any good growers here, do we? Oh, we're going to need both of them on it. In fact, I guess... Yeah, just to make sure that the growing happens. Mining. Yeah. Plant cutting is always important. Let's get everybody doing what they can there. We need to build that up soon. Smithing. Not quite there yet, but... Let's, No, let's get rid of that on that one. Okay. Tailoring. We will want clothes before the winter. He's going to make awful stuff, so let's not even have him try. And he's got a bunch of priorities in this sort of social area here. doctoring as well. Art, I think we only have one person even capable. We're obviously going to set that up for them. Crafting. Oh, yeah. Hauling. You know, everybody's kind of got to do it. Everybody's got to keep clean, and we want research. Yeah, alright. Let's make him a 2, him a 1, and let's drop his... Just to make sure we get our research, let's keep the cleaning and the hauling down for him. I wish research was... Can we drag him? No, I wish we could rearrange these even. That would give us a much better control. Okay, so the only thing... This guy will almost hardly ever clean and haul, it seems. We could adjust these later, so that's not a big deal. Alright, recreation. Let's make sure they get some recreation in here. Let's... How much work do we want to have them do? 10-hour days? One of the other things, we could put people on shifts here, but actually, let's do this. Let's clear this section here. Let's put recreation at that stage at night. Let's do here. Let's put a little bit of free time in the middle of the day and extend the work period. All right. Let's make it a long work day. I mean, we're trying to survive. We're in survival mode. Ooh. Manage apparel policies. I don't know if I Where was this? Assign? Oh. Was this in the other? Maybe. Maybe it was just one of those tabs I never used. Apparel policy. Okay. Food policies. Okay. Drugs, reading. Alright, that's fine. We'll also want a work area, that's the other thing. So not just a place to sleep, we need to be able to cook. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but we want that extra space. Actually, let's cancel this. And this is a lot of upfront. I realize this. No, again, I keep thinking of this in the wrong orientation. Okay, wooden wall. We want to just go ahead and to make a few work areas. Kind of like that, I guess. This will be our research stations. Our butcher, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Research stations, butcher, cooking for now. We will want all the other stuff eventually, just to check, see if there's anything else we need right away. Tailor bench, that'll be soon enough. Art bench, soon enough. Okay. And we'll just put wood floors for now, and we will get to the more sanitary stuff later. Easier to clean, less likely to set on fire. Let's make sure all these are accessible from the outside. Maybe from 2 sides. Okay, so this is probably good enough to start. Let's see what they start doing. Maybe I want them to start hauling stuff away. Oops. You know what we forgot to do? We forgot to arm up. So we have a shooter, shooter. Oh wait, that's a shooter. Okay, first guy's melee, so let's give them the knife. And 7 and 8. Gives them the revolver. And the rifle. And we'll also give the melee guy all the flat gear. So, Forswear. Forswear that one. Because this guy is going to be the one jumping in between other melee guys and our ranged fighters. Looks like we have 800 silver. This seems pretty standard. Alright, now we can speed up a little bit. Let some stuff take over. Let's let these guys work. Construction's getting botched. That's normal for the stage. Unless we had some guy with a lot of construction ability. Just want to clear that out. We do need some recreation here as well. Let's start with the classic horseshoe pit that we could put right back here. And then as far as security goes, you know, we're going to have to... We've got a little bit of cover here. Let's try to make some traps, I guess. Do we have any other choke points? I mean, we've got a lot of space up here. Things can come from... Oh, look, that's beeping. Ancient Exostrider midsection. Oh, a lot of hit points. Still functional transponder. Okay. Okay. So we can extract that. Transponder. Alright, we don't have any beds yet, so everybody's sleeping outside. We don't have a pen. What do we have for a what do we have for animals here? We have our donkey. Alright, so we will need a pen right away. I guess let's create some beds. I don't want a steel bed now. I want wood beds. We're using up all of our wood as we get it. Let's take a look at our cutting. Where's the cutting? That cut? Is that also... Yeah, extract trees. Okay. So nobody's really good at that at the moment. Nobody's really good at that. We're gonna have to keep practicing. Keep training them. Make them do it. Make them do it. Repetition. These guys are gonna be pretty upset until they get their beds. At least we got some storage. Do they need to mine for materials in order to fix this old stuff? It appears not. Okay. Well, I should have built the structure first and let all this other stuff lay on hold so that way I could just start adding some beds. I guess technically I could probably add a few beds there, but then move them. But we're so close. We might as well just finish this job. They are going to be unhappy. Ate without a table, slept on cold ground, slept outside, ate without a table, uncomfortable. God, what a bunch of complainers. Hopefully we'll see some defenses. Yes, we do. And we need a meal source. Yes, we do. So let's create our stove. Fueled stove. I guess I'm putting it that way, right in front of the door. And let's just go ahead and cook some simple meals forever. I don't want a steel bed, I want a wood bed. So let's cut some trees. Who's our best bet at tree cutting? Plants one won't even do it. So let's mining, cooking. All right, let's let this guy do some prioritizing of tree cutting. Okay, this is just a visitor, not a trader. She's not going to want to stay. I can't see her wanting to stay. I'm only going to, for now, I'm only going to try to harvest things that are relatively close until we get some of the basics down here. Let's speed up. What are these? These are our survival meals, huh? At least this guy's sleeping on the floor. So who did we want to keep on cutting? This guy. Oh, Frankie. Yeah, we'll have Frankie do some cutting for a little bit. And maybe we'll prioritize build here for one of the others. Alright, Frankie, wake up. We need you to cut some trees. Alright, who do we have for construction? 4, 5. Okay, this guy. We could. Oh, he's missing wood. We'll have him prioritize as well. You know, it may be we're still doing survival meals here. We don't have any simple meals. Oh, come on. I wanted you to prioritize this area. God damn it. Nice. I don't know what you're doing down there. Oh, you're working on food. Okay, I guess, yeah, that's probably smart too. Oh, let's check this one out. The Mad Hare. Oh, right there. All right. Come on, how far are you? There we go. And let's go ahead and allow that. And you know what we haven't done? We haven't set up our butcher spot. So let's butcher it up. All right. That should be that. We do want Frankie to be. All right, well, let him continue that. Cadworth. Good. Please build that. Okay, you want a butcher, I get it. It's a little more pressing. Okay, do we have a roof here? Yep. What does it say? It says outdoors. Alright. Still don't have wood. Yes, we do. Okay. How do we want to do this? Let's go something like... I guess we have to go sideways. Yes, for now. And then maybe we could put a dining table in there. Just for a little bit. And then we'll have to add some chairs to some stations and such. Maybe some more torches. Okay, they are cutting down some trees. Good. Let's finish the structure up. Let's get the furniture built. Now we have an indoors. And there you go. You could heal. You could heal. Yep. Cooking some meals. Evidar. Let's see what else we have. Alright. Let's just add a D here. Theodom. Let's make it like a kingdom. Theodom. And Sutton. Alright, I can deal with that. Okay, good. We got another bed. Let's get that third bed. What's going on here? What's his thoughts? What was that? Is it going to be in here? I don't know. I saw it. I don't think I've seen that symbol before. Okay, nice. Nice supply of steel. Alright, I think we're going to have to start thinking about security and a pen. We need a pen. And then we also are going to need to be able to keep our food cool. Let's finish our flooring as well. This place. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, already a wood floor. Okay, good. And let's go with the chair. Already I'm seeing a lot more. There's a lot more options here. We have toy boxes, baby decorations, blackboard. I'm imagining this is because there are now children in the game. Okay. So this is bare bones. We're going to have to start adding bedrooms here soon. But let's get a research station. Whoa, whoa. We need a bigger area for the research station. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to deconstruct all of that. And I guess we're going to have to... Let's just spread this out. And then in here we'll put, you know, maybe some research, some recreation. Maybe we should tear down this. Let's get a pen. Let's get a pen going. Where are we going to put our pen? Right over here. Guess we'll go fence. And we don't need it that big yet. Let's go. Oh. I guess that'll make it 9 by 9 on the interior. And here we go. Fence gate. It's always tough at the beginning, just getting the basics going. And then once we get like 1 or 2 more colonists, we get some defenses set up, we get some production happening. You know, we're farming food, we're making meals, we've got a refrigerated area. I mean, once you get all that stuff going, it starts to smooth out a little bit. But this first part, man, especially, let's take a look at Oh, look, our plants went up to level 2. It's going to be up to level 3 now. Pretty soon, 2/3 the way. That one's almost level 2. Construction. There's construction's up. All right, here we go. We don't have defense yet. Let's see what we have. We have 1 melee guy. All right, so we don't really have to worry about cover the same way. We'll just keep an eye on him, what he does. We'll keep working until he gets close. Hopefully there's only one. I've been tricked before. Or there was another one. What do I have blood down there for? Looks like we have some geothermal vents. Okay. Okay, he's coming down south, so let's pause here and give some orders. Okay, Cadworth. Where'd he go? There he is up there. Let's put you over here. Frankie. Let's put you right up. Let's just for now. Let's see if he comes down this route here. Okay, Frankie, let's actually pull you back a little bit. Give these guys a good shot. Okay. We don't have a prisoner's chamber yet. That's something we should have thought about. Alright, here we go. Let's undraft. Let's make one of these our prisoners area. So we need a bed. Let's go ahead. Whoop. Cancel. Build copy here. Cancel this one. Who's got the best building? Construction. Alright, prioritize building one bed. Allow that. Allow that. And come on, please have enough material. Okay, so now we have our prisoner station. So who's our... He's got some social... That's got to be Frankie. Capture. Let's heal him up. Dead. He looks a little funny. Let's try to recruit him. Let's check him out. Why is this red? Oh, it's genetic trait. Okay. So there is a fair amount of stuff here that is not in the vanilla. Mind-shattering pain. Let's be a little generous. Let's go ahead and allow some real medicine. These guys are almost done with the pen. Oh, extract trees is different. Alright, I guess we also want... No, we don't want to deconstruct anymore. So I guess we're going to have to put a door. Let's go ahead and put the door there and... Put some wooden floors down. This is going to be our research area. Let's get it going with the production. Alright, here we are. provide a chair. Or a good old researcher. And I guess we're going to want an actual butchering station as well. And pretty soon here, let's just go with the wooden butcher table. Pretty soon here, we are going to maybe I should just put a stool. And I guess it makes people happier to have the chairs. What was I going to say? Pretty soon here, I guess we're going to have to start mining. We're going to have to get separate bedrooms for everybody. We need to add some defenses. Let's take a look at what we have for security. Let's also hunt a little bit. Let's wait till everything's built. Do we have a self-tamed? No. He's just hanging out in there. Alright. Alright. Let's harvest some of this heal root. It's just around the camp. We have a lot of steel right now. What else do we have here? Granite. We can mine some granite. In fact, let's mine from this direction. Let's not make it too much to start with. Ancient mech. Intact transponder. You can read valuable information from it. Must destroy it to retrieve transponder. It looks unstable. Okay. Boy, I might want to wait. Okay. You know, I think there was a time where I'd just go grab all these chunks and everything, and then I learned that as you gain all these components and whatnot, your value of your area goes up. Just, what does that mean? Scald miner. Ooh. They must consume some sort of psychite. I don't think we have any. We might be wasting our time with this guy. Flaker Yayo, we might be wasting our time. And he's just forever going to be unhappy. Maybe even sick. Maybe even sick. Alright, where do we want to put some more? We got to get some research happening. Let's pause. Let's get some research happening. We want batteries for sure. Well, though, at some point. Yeah, we're going to have to get batteries going first, though. Alright. Keep at it, Flea. Simple meal, incompetent cook. Well, come on, give me a break, huh? Keep at it, Frankie. Maybe we'll get some work out of him before he dies. Dies from some sort of withdrawal. I don't know if they could break their addiction. Sounds like it's kind of errant being a waster. I think that I don't know if the xenotype thing is new to the biotech, but it seems that way. Yeah, we're also gonna have to do some hunting because we will want some leather. We will want some leather here at some point. So here's some dough. Let's try to get rid of some of the older ones. 12 years. Get rid of the 12 year, the 11 year. A buck as well. Let's get rid of a buck. Your buck. And let's have this butcher creature on forever. And then deconstruct. Alright, Scald is healed, but very sick. In pain. Food poisoning, psychite. After 5 days, he will suffer from deficiency. 30 days into a coma. 60 days will die. Well, we've got a lot going on before we can get you what you need, bud. Not unless a trader comes along and has some of it. Because, I mean, we're going to have to build, like, drug facilities and everything for you. What are you worth as a slave, anyway? What do you do if you freak out? Well, if we let them go, I mean, what kind of faction do we get from the choke crew? None. Okay. Oh, a hemogen farm. So you could have prisoners. You could have your prisoners be a blood farm, basically. All right. Not bad. I like that idea. All right, donkey. It's doing well there. Our battery research is almost complete. And what we could do is we'll have to build a fireproof environment, maybe out of steel, since we have plenty of it. Our battery packs, and we have to figure out where to put our farms. It's got to be up in this area, I think. Don't want it to be too far away. Once we get power and we get our temperatures regulated, we could expand some of this. We should frickin' deconstruct that. In fact, yeah, let's get some space going on in here. We'll be able to take out a couple of walls, open up this area a little bit more. We could get rid of one of these doors, maybe. There we go. We're just going to leave a meat right there. Right up underneath the torch. And if I remember correctly, I think we need 80 leather for every parka, which we'll need before the winter. Alright, so good. We have our batteries researched. What's next? I might say solar panels under other circumstances, but at a campfire or cooking stove. This gives us flake and yayo. Shoot. No, psychoid brewing. Addictive tea at the campfire or cooking stove. Psychite refines psychoid leaves into flake and yayo. Okay, so I think we need the psychoid leaves. We gotta plant psychoid, and let's research drug production. And we'll do that refining. So let's get a little garden going for our little addict. Hay would be nice to have like a little hay spot as well for our donkey. I don't think we need a lot for our attics, do we? No, I don't know what kind of area we need. Psychoid plant, minimum skill of 6. Nobody has that skill. Alright, so for now, make it hay grass. Expand it. We need them to work on it. Who has plants 3? Oh no, would this be plants? 2. Alright, well, Frankie's been at it. Needs 6, he's not going to make it. I don't think he's going to make it. We could do all the research we want, but until we are able to grow it, no, unless we get lucky and we can buy it. Huh. Okay. Let's research those drugs. Got mining queued up here. We have we can do batteries now, so we also have to build our battery house. Let's build our battery house. Let's make it not far from our main house. Want 5 rows. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this will let us have 10 batteries. Altogether, we don't have to start off with 10, but we do want something like that. Concrete. Paved. I don't care if it's ugly. Alright, that's going to be our battery house. And then we could build windmills. We could build... Can we build them? Yeah, we've got wind turbines, and we could have a wood fire generator. But wind would be best, I think, for now. In fact... Well, we'll want both. What do we want for our walkway here? Paved tile, sandstone. What do we have for materials? We have compacted steel, we have granite, lots of marble, 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 marble. Boy, we have a lot of marble and granite. We have some granite. We have some granite. That looks dangerous. We have granite. You know, let's... What are we harvesting over here? Harvesting granite. I do want to create a walkway in here that'll prevent fire from spreading. And, you know, add speed. You know, we'll have like these areas between our buildings. Alright, Frank, what's the matter? Awful barracks. He wants a bedroom. Frankie's will be the first bedroom. Alright, Frankie. Let's go ahead and... I don't know, how big do we want it here? 4. Our bed's 2. Something like that. And for power, on a wood fire generator. And Probably want a couple of these. Major break risk. All right, we're working on it, buddy. We're working on it. We'll get you a nice bedroom. We'll get more recreation happening. In fact, let's clear out some of this area. We'll get electric lighting. Let's get you a nice floor, I guess. Do we have enough sandstone? Don't have enough anything. Need a block cutter. Oh, we're gonna have to make more. Guess let's just do wood for now. And this is Frankie's bed, huh? Get you some furniture. We'll get your own room. Yeah, to prevent this food from going bad. Once we get these built up. Alright, here, let's move Frankie's bed. That's Flea. That's Frankie. Do my pot to start off with as well. End table. Let's give him a dresser. Oh, we've got school desks and everything too, huh? A little wooden table. And a chair. Dude, this guy's gonna be styling. Actually, let's get this power situation happening as well. Let's start with 4, I guess. Let's put a little switch here. Let's get 5. And let's go ahead and do that. I guess we should have built batteries before all that. Alright, Frankie's gonna be upset still. Go ahead, cool off, play some horseshoes. Yeah, we need to get these guys some cooling. We're all out of wood, huh? Okay, he's about to be rare thrombos. Nice to tame them. They will. No, they don't attempt to attack now. Let's give it a try. Boy, everybody's so busy. Frankie's place isn't getting done. I'll at least give him his own room for now. Oh, of course, we got a raid. We got a club. It's also part of the choke crew. Also a waster. Are those choke crews? Oh no, we get to harvest that fox. Or this turkey. It's rotting already, huh? Why is that? Okay. Let's take a look at what this guy does. Coming. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of rest before he gets here. Maybe if we kill him, maybe he'll be carrying some stuff for old Scald. I don't think I want two of these boosters here. So I see no need to take him prisoner unless he could fetch money as a slave. The amount of resources and medicine and food to get him there, it's got to be worth it, right? And we can go faster, and then we'll slow down when he starts to be on the move. Frankie, I hope you like your from there. Oh, a rebuild of destroyed structures. I wonder if all this stuff is new. You know, the other thing I haven't checked out is this tech tree. I bet there's stuff here. Waste back out of mine. Alright, let's slow down. Right, he's coming down. Looks like he's coming down the same path. Alright, come on. Let you guys sleep a sec. Oh, nope. Slept enough. Frankie, you're on point. Cadsworth. And Flea. Everybody grab your weapons. This is not a drill. And they're moving fast. Alright, he's dead. We need graves. He didn't drop anything. Undraft. Where are we going to put the graves? Hmm. Yeah, the other thing I'd like to do is, get some paved tiles or something like that here. So we don't have to keep... Oh, Mad Buffalo. Alright, Cadworth, Flea. Let's go with Flea. Cannot hit target. Okay, Cadworth, we're gonna have to get you out here too. Don't think that... Okay. Should we, is this dead? Downed. I think we should just kill it. Okay. He's gonna have to rest. And go back to cooking dinner. Why not? Everybody's healing. Scald. Sits this low. Gonna kill this Muffalo or what? I wonder what our farming's at. 3, 2. Yeah, we need 6 to do the Psychoid. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Scald here. Maybe we should strip him of his clothes before he dies in them. Slave price went up, I think, now that he's healed. Doesn't like the other guys. He's a good miner and researcher. We could put him on those 2 things. Psychite deficiency, malnutrition. Flea, you're working in the dark, bud. Got hardly any... Alright, let's turn this temperature down here. Now we've at least got our food taken care of for temperature. We'll work on other people's bedrooms, I suppose. But we still have some construction and stuff in progress. Alright, Scald is here. Major break risk. Let's set owner. Scald. Scald. Let's clean your own vomit. Some goats, huh? Alright, let's check out Scald's work priorities. Firefight. Patient. Doctor. Get him down. Get him down as well. Bed rest. Childcare. Yeah, let's actually not let him take care of kids at all. Warden, likewise. Can't do much. Construction. Here we go. Construction's fine. Growing's fine. Mining's good. Let's take Cadworth Slower is growing. I think. Art, huh? Make him the resident artist. Crafting, hauling, cleaning, and research. Alright, it's not the research that's going to hold us back from making your drugs, bud. Sorry to say. It's going to be our farming ability. You know, we haven't had a single trader come through yet. That is highly unusual. Let's get electric lights in here, too. They're having a party, huh? Ugh. Alright, Scald. Our Cadworth, let's clean up. Oh, is the party over? Somebody to clean up here. Okay, goats joined. We got goats, that's good. Do we have any more hunting to do? Alright, we're mining up here, that's good. Let's mine a little deeper. And we need to build some bedroom. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 wide. Guess let's just do this for everybody. Let's move everybody into their own room. Then we can make this some kind of rec area. Or dining hall or something, since it's right next to the kitchen. Drug production. Alright, we need a drug lab. Okay. We need psychite, flake, and yayo. Alright, we need to research that. We'll at least have the research done by the time we can grow it. So let's look at some of these plants. Looks like we went through a lot of steel building all this stuff around. So we'll have 4 rooms for our colony. We should build another prison camp and maybe a med station, or a prison room, sorry, a prison cell. Yeah, we'll get both of these windmills working. And then get those batteries charged. We'll get some lights going. We'll get some cooling. I mean, they've got some hot, pretty hot indoors here. Alright, Scald, awful bedroom, sweaty, minor pain. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of some of this. What can we do? We will, let's get... Let's get this cool area. For them. We're gonna have to pull this section too. Do we have the components? Missing 90 steel. Alright. Let's give Scald something to do. Let's finish that. Let's finish this section here. I want people to be outdoors, so to speak. Alright, we have no power, so now some conduit. Alright, perfect. Target temperature 21 Celsius. I guess we should put some vents. So he's still sleeping in the heat. These guys are in the nice cool temperatures for now. We've got to do something similar up here. We've got to do this. Okay, so now we can do the refining. Oh, let's pause here for while we're figuring out what to research. Heat-resistant plant fiber. Smithing, you know. Smithing can bring us into machining. Shred dead mechanoids for resources. Shoot. You know, I don't know if this is good or not, but let's do it. It wasn't usually one of my early ones unless I was going for guns, but oh, here's the Biotech tab. Pollution pump. Guess I should keep an eye on that as well. Hidden conduit. We're gonna want lights and stuff through here, so. Good thing we're still going after all the steel. We're gonna need these components as well pretty soon, I think, especially if we want more batteries. Do we need to build columns? Yes, tattered apparel. What can we do? 18% for the t-shirt, so we need some tailoring stations. So let's reinstall his bed up here. Let's do that. And we'll build a tailor station, the old prison cell. I don't want it made out of steel though. Need wood. Also doesn't need power. Alright, we have that vein, I guess, already taken. Let's get some electric lights. Alright, here we go. We have a trader, finally. Bulk goods, huh? Alright. So they're coming. Let's see who we use. Got Frankie. Got Frankie, basically. I know, Scald. I know. I know, bud. We'll get you some clothes. We'll get you into a cooler place. Get you there. Alright. Do we want to keep him? Will he take him? Well, he's already part of our thing, so I don't think we can. But let's go ahead and... I like the idea of getting books. Shooting. Baking. So that gives us cooking. Recreation gains. Traps, huh? Let's get the recreation gains going up. Components. Now let's get a couple. Does he have any flake or anything like that? Alright, we have a pregnant. Let's get rid of our old male. Donkey. Let's keep our donkey. I'm not seeing any drugs. Not really seeing any drugs here. For our boy. Alright, let's do this. Ooh. Ooh, huh? Alright. Let's use that wool. For sure. And for temperature, let's go ahead and boom. Let's lay down some floors. Deconstruct this torch. Alright, I forgot we were looking for a tailor bench. Oh, they left us a gift, huh? Limestone Club. Let's add another battery here. All right. People are a bit happier. Scald is unhappy. Maybe we can give him some things to make him a little happier. I know it's not going to do. I know what he really wants. All right, let's add a bill for a shirt. What is Scald wearing for shirt? What is he wearing? T-shirt. Okay, let's make a T-shirt. Is it the wind low or is it obstructed? I don't see any obstructions per se. Okay. All right, we're going to need more conduit. There's some wall lamps happening in here. All right, I know Scald. I know. Awful bedroom. Come on. Come on, dude. Really? You got an awful bedroom? Dude, you got like one of the best bedrooms in here. So at least give everybody else a pot. Okay. Ship to the stars. And let's get some light. Let's get some light in our research station. Okay. We could also move this table now to the center of the room. We could add a chest area. Yeah, it could go and puking everywhere, bud. I wonder why we have an unsightly environment. Those goats are getting it on. Alright, Cadworth. Cook it. Let him cook for a second. Then, come on, let's go. Let's get some more chairs going. And let's get some chess happening. Alright, I think we're going to need some art now, maybe. Oh, looks like we have to turn off that power switch. Okay. Let's make that priority. Clicking on. Is it already off? Cancel that. Okay. Okay, research smithing. Now what? Machining? So we can do prosthetics, probably. And get rid of some of the pain that some people are in. So we'll do prosthetics, machining, prosthetics, and then we'll work on the sterile materials, TVs. Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Anybody near? Where's our planting? 4 still. Looks like Frankie. It's going to be up to Frankie to really build that skill up. So let's take a look at Frankie's work. Grow, number 1. Everything before that is all basics. So he should be growing. Should be growing. Let's get rid of that thing for the heck of it. Gotta add some security here. You know? What are we gonna do? We need materials. I really want to wall off areas. Lay some traps. We also need a prison area. Let's build our prison area. Let's take a look here. Temperature is mostly okay, but we do want to add some vents. Just get a little hunting in. Idle, huh? Scald, huh? Scald, if you're idle, you should be working on your plant skill. I mean, other than construction, it's your number 1 priority. At least he's a bit happier now that he's not wearing tattered clothing. And let's go back to creating our prisoner. I don't think we need a big area for the prisoners. Right? Something like that. We do want some mining going on though. I am worried about collapses. Is this... I don't understand. Rock roof then. Okay, so let's build some columns. Build columns out of sandstone, I guess. Just put one there. Rock roof then. Nice. Oh, hemogens. For a minute I thought we were going to have drugs. Might as well harvest these plants while we're at it. Alright. Show crew. No, you guys are the ones that are more hostile. Keep coming at me. And of course that guy's probably going to be psychite dependency. You know, maybe we let one die and replace it with the other. I don't know. Hate to say it, but we've got a lot invested in Scald here. We've got to get somebody's planting skills up. It's got to be Frankie. Where are you at, Frankie? Oh, you're cutting. Doing up there. Oh, shit. I'll let that get out of hand real quick. We don't even have a weapon for Scald, do we? Well, Scald, got a steel club or a limestone club? That was your old steel club anyway. Get salt knife as well. So why don't we... Where's Flea? Alright, Flea, I know you were reading. You should build a bookcase too. Flea, let's get you over there. Cadworth, let's come down. Frankie, likewise. Let's see where everybody ends up at. Okay, Flea's got a gun. Fire at will, Frankie. Chase after him. Flea. Cadworth. Let's go down here. Cadworth. Oh, you can't hit yet. Frankie. Attack him. We've got wake up. I don't know if that helps you, Scald. Last ingested 17 days ago. Well, let's see what happens. I don't know. I don't know if that counts. We'll give it a minute. Allow that. Let's prioritize. Cannot work on the wall. We don't have any... You know what we're going to do? We have no wood. That's kind of annoying. We need to kill him. Scald. That's you. You gotta do it. You killed your old Conrad. Strip him. and not capture. Alright, well let's draft him. Okay. Had to be done. Give him a burial now. Cadworth, I want you to clean this blood first before you go to bed, for Christ's sakes. Alright, Scald, let's see what your needs and health are. Last ingested 18 days ago, so he's not gonna... That doesn't count. The wake up doesn't count. I thought it might since the other guy was dependent. Alright, we need to add a bookshelf to our recreation area. Here's a small shelf, small bookcase. Small is good enough. We have no frickin' wood. I guess we can make it steel, but you know. Drop some wood. Frankie, come on, let's get your harvest up. We need to get our plants up to level 6. I have very little hope that we can get them to level 6, plant, grow, and harvest, and then make the drugs. I guess we could start thinking about our drug lab as well. We should start thinking about our drug lab. Alright, let's put this bookcase. We're gonna put this bookcase right here in the corner. Where'd Frankie go? Frankie's on. Alright, Frankie. Come on, we're so close to 5. Okay, fleet. What's up with this timber wolf? Good. Downed, cannot crawl. Let's hunt it. I don't know what happened to it. But it can't crawl, so can't be too bad. Our hunter. Please, our hunter. Cadworth's do it, I guess. Give it to Cadworth. Come on, I thought you couldn't even move. Dude, Cadworth, for real? Get a little distance. Draft. Hunt. There we go. All right. done. We could let him harvest it. Somebody's gonna harvest it, right? Gonna harvest it. Right there. Cannot haul. No empty accessible spot stored. I guess we should open this up to corpses. Somebody's gonna go get it. Okay, fleas healed. Looks like we need to make some. Let's make some shelves. Want to make this one. Want to make this one for considered drugs or medicine? I guess it's considered medicine. Nope. It's the blood. The hemo. What do we consider that? Hemo. What category is this in? We want to store the hemo here. The food? Yeah, okay, so it's for some sort of vampire. Okay. Alright, we have some fur. Need more fur. Need more leather, more fur. Okay, we have a little prison area going. Let's put a bed in it. And a light. Alright, look at that. There's a party going on. At least we have 3 different kinds of recreation now. We have reading, chess, and horseshoes. It's not bad. Use some more meals. Oh. Alright, so we have a little bit of manhunting going on. Let's wait for them to get closer. They're just rats, huh? Although I can't say I haven't been taken out by manhunters before, so there's that. There's that. Alright, here we go. Let's not lose these rats in the rain. Frankie and Scald. Those are both our melee guys. It. Cadworth out here. About to cook. And Flea. Get you out here too. Okay, these are loud. Might as well hunt the turkey. Undraft these fellas. Alright, Frankie. Let's check out your planning. Plants are almost at 5. Then we just have to figure out what to do for the biolab. Where are we going to put it? I guess we could attach it. Let's make it separately. Let's make it sort of over here. Go for that turkey. Come on, Frankie. We're so close to level 5. I just want to see where level 6 is at. Whole thing's going to take a look. There we are, 5. 6,000 for level 6. You know, that book, all of a sudden, there was that book, I think, that supposed to help with the agriculture.